Today, we're going to get into the trifecta airdrop farming guide on Solana. This is going to be a juicy one. It will cover beginners and a little bit more advanced to farm 3 airdrops at the same time passively. Once it's done, it's done. You don't really need to do anything. So let's get right into it. There's still time to qualify for this airdrop. We're actually looking at MarginFi today. This is the main one. I think MarginFi, if there's any airdrop to farm on Solana, it's going to be Jupiter and MarginFi. Unfortunately, I think Jupiter's time is up. It's confirmed that they're going to be doing their airdrop this month, and so there isn't much time left to qualify for Jupiter. However, I still think there's plenty of time to get into MarginFi, and as well as these other bad boys we're going to talk about today. So, if you're excited, smash up the likes, and let's get into it, man. So, the way MarginFi works is it's a lending and staking protocol, right? And it also has swapping and bridging, but its main functions are the lending and staking, and that's how the point system works here. So you essentially would come, I will hit the Pro tab. I recommend using Pro. It's just easier to navigate, in my opinion. And you see that you can come and supply a variety of tokens. You will need a Phantom wallet for this. I think MetaMask now supports Solana, but I just use Phantom. I think it's easier, keeping it separate too. So you come and supply whatever you want. You can supply Ethereum on Solana, wrap Bitcoin. I prefer stables because I don't want to take on the risk of volatility of a crypto, just in case, like, if it goes up or down, you could be liquidated. So I've supplied a good amount of USDT, and it's crazy high yield right now, and a pretty good liquidation price too. It's, you'd have to go down severely for this to get liquidated. So I'm supplying 5 bands of USDT, and then that's earning me 5,000 points. I think it's per day or something like that. I have to pull up. We'll get to the point section in a second. So you earn basically a point per dollar per day, right? A point per dollar per day. So I'm getting 5,000 points off the borrow, but you also get way more. You get 4 times the points if you borrow. So then, based off the USDT I supplied, I am borrowing money off of it, but you can't borrow USDT. It will just withdraw the money here. So you have to borrow a different pair. So I'm borrowing USDC. As you can see, 4 bands worth, and my liquidation is $1.16. It's almost impossible. If you go look at these tokens, if you look at USDT, for it to go down to 86 cents, it's never done that. The most they do is go down a couple cents, or in a Black Swan event that USDC went through, it went down to 92 cents. You get these spikes, but it would have something really crazy. Like this was during the bear market when USDT spiked like that. It's never spiked like that since. If you go look at USDC, same with USDC. It had a bit of a spike in spring of 2023 back here. You can see it dip down to around, just where I said, it went down as low as 92 cents, 96, not really that big of a deal. It totally recovered it. No problems, right? No problems at all. So, that's pretty much the safest way to do it. Now, you are taking smart contract risk. Is MarginFi reputable? Is it trustworthy? Honestly, I don't know, guys. This is some random ass DeFi type stuff. However, at the end of the day, your money's not even in the bank, so that's the risk we take, right? If you deposit money in a bank or you deposit money in here, there's always risk. If you cross the street, walk out of your home, there's risk you get hit by a car. Yes, there's risk. You have to embrace it, be a man, grab yourself by the balls, take the risk. If you're going to do it, it's on you, not me. I'm bearing my own risk. I can handle it. You are responsible for your own. Okay, let's get into points. So we just mentioned you accumulate points per day based on how much you're lending and borrowing, and you can also refer and get points. By the way, feel free to use my referral link down below. That way, it's a nice way to show kickback to your boy for putting you on. And it's also good that you get the real link, guys. There's a lot of scams going on. If you go through Twitter, it's kind of getting out of control. People are pretending to do airdrops and making fake links. So please, please, please keep yourself safe. Use the real links. Just use what's down in the description today. It's all the legit stuff. And you guys see there's a collect rewards function here. So eventually, this will no longer be disabled. We don't really know when. People are speculating it could be the end of this month. It could be into the springtime. Honestly, I do not know. I just think it's worth farming because this one's going to be a big boy. We know that the TVL is almost hit 500 million, $500 million in TVL, which is a lot. So there's a lot of money here. You can see the total deposits with the borrows. Yeah, it's like $500 million total value. Pretty insane. Pretty insane stuff. So definitely look into MarginFi. Just farm these points, and once it's done, it's done. And the beautiful thing is, the reason why I like these lending and borrowing is once you borrow this money, this is actually money you get to use. This money will be in your phantom wallet once you hit the borrow. You can go do stuff with it. So while you're farming all this, you can take this $4,000 or however much you borrow and go play it into the next airdrop, which is super fun. This is where like a 1 + 1 = 3 or a 1 + 1 + 1 = 6 effect because of the compounding. So you could just leave it there, guys. You could leave it there, take your money back, put it back on your exchange, put it back to your Ethereum wallet, put it back into your bank account, and just let it ride this and farm it. Do whatever you want. Or since you're already on Solana, why not hit these other ones too that I think are kind of underrated? So I know a friend who's really deep into Sol who's been saying he's been messing around with Drift. He thinks there'll be an airdrop at some point for Drift. This is the same thing. Just use this protocol. This is a bit more complicated. You can do perps, swapping, spot trading. I, once again, have just decided to use their lending and borrowing. So I deposited my USDC into here. And then I borrowed USDT against it. As you can see, my account health is horrible. I would never recommend you guys to get this bad. But I honestly don't give an F. And also the borrow is so good on Drift that like I don't really care. Like I put in 3,400, I got back 3,150. So even if this gets liquidated and I lose $200, I could not really give a shit. That's fine. I'll take that risk. I'm betting that these stable coins aren't gonna get that volatile. Maybe it will. We'll see. But this is how I'm farming this. And again, once you borrow it, it's money back into your Phantom, and then you can take that money to the next protocol. And I think the last one here, we know that they're about to do a points, is Camino. So we looked at app.drift.trade. Again, all the links down below, guys. Use my links. Don't get scammed. Don't go on Google and type this up because there'll be a fake ad link. I do not want you guys getting wrecked. Okay, very easy way to get wrecked. And the last one here is we're going to take that money and take it to Camino. So if you go to Camino, app.camino.finance, you'll be prompted. You won't really have this. If I disconnect, I don't want to disconnect the wallet right now, but you'll see there'll be an option for you to essentially come down here and you get to choose what you want to supply. So after you then borrowed USDT from this bad boy, you're going to come to Camino and you're going to go to USDT and you're going to supply that money. You're going to confirm it and it'll show it here. You're earning this APR, that this much is supplied. And then you're going to go and pick a pair, and you're going to borrow against that collateral. And whatever your max is, try to go $100 below it. So it's not like super duper maxed out. And you're pretty much good. You'll probably be around 80%. That's fine. Don't go higher than 80%. Don't be like me. Don't go to 95%. That's a little too risky. And now you are farming 3 protocols at the same time with the same money, and you still have 80% of the liquidity to play with. So it's like you can literally take that money, go watch my Manta Pacific video, and bridge it into Manta and farm that, and then do the same thing on Manta. Like, it's kind of insane how hard you can farm these protocols with the same stack of cash. It's pretty brilliant. And if all of these print, you never know. You can make 15K off this, 15K off this, 15K off this. Like, then you're sitting on a whole year's of income made in like a few months. Pretty ridiculous. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys up to speed with how big these airdrops are. I'm not entirely sure. We know that Jito was good. The Jito airdrop made some people 10 to 15 to 20 to some people who made a lot off Jito. There's some people who made 100K off Jito, but those are the extreme cases. But get your hands dirty. I would recommend having at least $1,000 if you really want to make the most of this. The more the merrier. As you can see, I'm very transparent, showing you how much I'm working with. But all the links are in the description. Stay safe, farm these bad boys while you can. I'm very bullish on Solana. Solana is still crushing. Even if the markets turn down, don't sleep on Sol. Sol will be a top performer this bull run, and the ecosystem projects are going to do super well. And that's that. That's the MarginFi and some of the Solana stuff I'm farming. I hope you enjoyed this. Smash up the likes. Check out the links down below and enjoy.